Hello everyone. So let's discuss some of the important design patterns, right? That is required actually. So we are doing we are solving the LLD problems, right? In parallel actually. It's better to know some of the design patterns. Yep. So within the LLD problem, so we will be making use of the certain design patterns. If I mention the patterns, you'll not understand anything, right? So let's discuss some 10 design patterns which are extremely important, right? So we have to know these design patterns at any cost, right? So that uh, while solving the LLD problems, it becomes extremely easy to solve the problem, right? So the implementation, right, while writing the code, what are the patterns if you know? So how to implement basically those kind of these patterns actually, if you know that the implementation and writing the code becomes extremely easier, right? So let's discuss some very important 10 design patterns actually, right? Let's start with a singleton pattern. Singleton pattern is one of the most famous and very a commonly used pattern actually, right? It is one of the very common patterns, very common design pattern, right? So let's see what the definition part say here, right? So let's see what the definition, or let's get into the definition part here. The singleton pattern ensures that only one instance of the class exists, right? So what does it do actually? It ensures that only one instance of the class exists, right? So this is very important, right? Then in the entire application, right? The singleton pattern ensures, again, the singleton pattern ensures that only one instance of the class exists in the entire application and provides a global access point to that particular instance. Yeah, this is very important. Yeah, and what it does, it provides this one global access point to that particular instance. Yeah, a class controls its own object creation, right? So we'll be going with the OOP itself. A class contain its own object creation so that no other class can create more than one instance. Yeah, the name itself suggests that it is the that is the name. So that is the reason uh, we have kept the name singleton pattern. They have kept the name singleton pattern actually, right? So a single class, a class controls its own object creation here so that no other class can create more than one instance. Yeah, so this is very important. This is achieved using the private constructor. So we will be going with a private constructor and a static method that and a static method that returns the same instance every time. Again, this is achieved via private constructor and a static method that returns the same instance every time, and the this one, and the static method that returns the same instance every time. So let's get into the UML diagram. Let's try to understand that so that we can just move on with the next. We can move on with the example part. Yeah, so see here, so this is the UML diagram for the singleton pattern actually. See, what does the class hold? The class hold the private this one static instance of itself, right? The class holds the private static instance of itself, private static instance of itself here. Then ensuring only one object exists, right? The constructor is private. The constructor is private, so objects cannot be created using new, right? The constructor is private, so that objects cannot be created using the new, right? So we are making use of the get instance method. So what does the get instance method do here, right? So the get instance method returns the same single instance to all the callers, right? What does the get instance method do? The get instance method returns the same single instance to all the callers. So this is it for the singleton pattern. So I hope the singleton pattern is completely clear. Let's try to understand the same thing with a example code. So I'll just come here. Let me go with class singleton actually. Yeah, so this is fine. Next, what I'll do, let's create the static variable to hold the single instance, right? I'll just go with private here, static. So this is also fine. Singleton instance. Yeah, let me go with the singleton instance. Let me make this one capital, sorry, small t from capital T to small t. So this is fine. So we have successfully created the static variable to hold the singleton instance, a single instance, sorry. Then let's make the constructor private so no one can create the object using new, right? So this is what we had discussed earlier, right? According to the explanation part. So I'll just go with simple things. See here, I'll just go with private singleton here. This is fine. So within that, let me go with system out println just for the interactiveness here, right? I'll just go with singleton here, right? Instance. Let me go with singleton instance created. Yep. So this is fine actually. Yep. So I'll just come out of this one entirely. Now, let's provide the public static method to get the instance, right? I'll just go with public static here, singleton. Let me go with a get instance. Yeah, I'll just go with a get instance. Yeah, as per the discussion. So first, what shall we do within the get instance method? Let's create the instance only if it does not exist, right? We have to create the instance only if it does not exist. Just remember this. See here, if I can just write it in this way, if instance is equal to null, if it does not exist, then only we have to create the instance, right? So I'll just assign the instance. So here to new singleton. Yeah, new singleton. So this is fine. Let me come out of this one entirely. Now let's return the same instance every time, right? I'll just go with return here instance. This one, return instance. Yeah. So yeah, this is it for the singleton class, right? So let me go with the main method. So let's add so let's go with the example usage just for the interactiveness, right? So just give me a second. Usually I get the example usage from the Google. Let me do that. Just give me a second here. So I'll just come here. Let me paste this one over here, right? So within the main method, see first what we are doing. So first what we are doing here. So within the main method, um, first call, we are going with this one instance. We have to create the instance. Actually, we have successfully created the instance by calling the get instance method, right? Singleton dot get instance. Next, we are making the second call, nothing but same instance will be returned here. So again, we are going with a singleton dot get instance, right? So finally, we are checking whether both the references point to the same object here by C. We are by making use of the this one, by making use of the comparison operator here, right? S1 equals S2, right? So let me run the code here. So what happened here? Private singleton invalid method declaration return type required. Where line number 10. So we have returned here, right? So what's wrong here? 1 second. So what am I doing here? Line number 10, this one. Private singleton I have went with, so this is fine. Not println single instance created. So yeah, I have to make this one to small t actually. Let me change this one to small t and let me run this one again. So yeah, now we are getting the correct output. So this one, naming convention. I had misspelled singleton, not misspelled basically. So this one was capital T and I'm using here this one small t everywhere, right? So that was giving the error actually. Singleton instance created. The output we are getting here, singleton instance created, and we are getting the output true basically. So what is happening here? See, we are going with a singleton dot get instance, the first call. So what is happening? Let me explain you this one. See, so here uh, we are creating the instance only when this one, when the instance is null, right? So initially instance will be null. So constructor runs here, right? So the output will be this one. What do we call? Singleton instance created. So that's what we have written in the system out println, right? So that's what we have written in the print, right? So just give me a second here. Yeah, this one. This will be printed actually, right? So next what happens? So instance already exists now. So instance already exists. So constructor is not called here, right? Constructor is not called again. So we have already this one instance already exists actually. We have already created the instance. So instance already exists. So constructor is not called. So we are just checking S1 is equivalent to the S2 by making use of the comparison operator. Yeah, both the point, this one, both point to the same memory location. So the output that we need to get here is true. So singleton instance created and true, which we are getting is absolutely correct actually, right? Absolutely correct. So this is it for the singleton design pattern, right? So this is it for the singleton design pattern. Let's discuss some of the real world applications of the singleton pattern. See, usually we make use of the singleton pattern in the database connection manager, right? In the database connection manager. Just remember this. This is one of the real world applications. So this we make use of it within the logger class as well, right? Uh, so in what way? Basically, by making use of the single logging point, actually, by creating the single logging point, yeah, within the logger class, we make use of the singleton pattern in that way actually. So this is fine. Next, we make use of the singleton pattern in the configuration manager as well. The fourth one, we can just make use of the singleton pattern in the thread pool manager as well. The final one is we make use of the real this one, a singleton pattern in the cache or this one, memory manager. We make use of the singleton pattern in the cache or the memory manager, right? So these are some of the real world applications of the singleton pattern. Yep. Let me delete this one. Now let's discuss the complexities. Yeah, let's discuss the complexities. So uh, complexities for the code that we have written, right? So this one. So what will be the time complexity? The time complexity would lead to big of one actually. Why it is big of one? Because instance creation, we are going with the instance creation, right? Instance creation and the access take constant time. We know this. Instance creation as well as the access take the constant time. So overall time complexity would lead to big of one. And what would be the space complexity here? Space complexity would lead to big of one as well, because see, so we are going with only one object, and only one object. That object will be this one stored in the memory. So overall space complexity would lead to big of one as well. So time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written would lead to big of one and big of one respectively, right? So this is it for the singleton pattern, as simple as that. Yeah. Next, what we will be doing Next, what we'll be doing, we will be discussing on the topic, this one, factory pattern, right? So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.